What's good, Hoopers? Did you strain your hamstring and now you're kind of stuck on don't know what to do in regards to the rehab? So we're going to go over today the middle stage rehab. And as you've seen in our previous videos, we have phase 1, the acute stage, check it out. And if you don't know what hamstring strains are, check out our other video that talks about just hamstring injuries. But we're going to go into what to do in that middle stage to get ready for that late stage and return to split. So stay tuned. What's good, Hoopers? My name is Dr. Marco Lopez, Doctor of Physical Therapy and Certified Strength and Conditioning Specialist, and co-founder of the Basketball Doctors, alongside with Dr. Gabe Ignacio. Our goal with the Basketball Doctors is to empower the basketball community with evidence-based information regarding rehab and performance, and all things basketball. All this information is just for informational purposes, not medical advice. So if you need medical advice, seek out healthcare professionals or send us a DM and see how we can help you. But let's just jump onto our topic of hamstring strains, middle stage rehab. All right, guys, we're going to talk about the middle stage hamstring strain rehab. So as we mentioned before, in the first stage, you strained your hamstring, and we talked about, really protecting that integrity of that hamstring and decreasing that pain. Those goals are going to follow up, but now we're in the aspect where, 1, you're able to walk pain-free with a normal stride. 2, you're able to activate that hamstring at 75%. So now we're really going to go into the meat of the hamstring strain rehab. And this might take a little longer, but these are going to be the main key goals that we have to progress. So the first one is we're still protecting the muscle/tendon integrity. So we still don't want to stretch it. We don't want to stretch it because if we stretch it, that's going to pull that hamstring even more and irritate it and might make the strain even worse. 2, we're still managing the pain and inflammation. So after our exercises, we're still doing some cold compression and getting just the body moving and decreasing that pain, getting away from any irritable movements. Step 3, we're normalizing now ankle dorsiflexion range of motion. The reason we do that is that ankle dorsiflexion range of motion is important when you're walking. So when you're walking, you have to have that big step, and especially with any sporting activities, you lose that dorsiflexion because in the beginning we talked about decreasing your stride. So when we decrease your stride, your dorsiflexion of your ankle gets limited. So now we have to restore that. Number 4, we have to be working on breaking up some of that adhesions in the hamstring. So there's gonna be some scar tissue formation. Here in these goals, we're gonna start loosening up the actual muscle knots that are in there, quote unquote knots, but we're still not stretching it, but we're just working on some soft tissue stuff on the actual hamstring. Number 5, we're gonna be working on more of the spinal mobilizations, meaning we really have to work on just pelvic control and spine movements. Just because in your spine, because of that hamstring, you're gonna be kind of stuck into different motions, meaning like flexion or extension. So we'll be working on that. Number 6, we're gonna be working on the actual pelvis. The pelvis, that's where the hamstring attaches in the pelvis. So we're gonna be making sure there's no restrictions of pelvis limiting your ability to go into anterior or posterior tilt. And the last one, 7, we're gonna be working on the neuromuscular system, meaning the nerve. So in the hamstring, there's that big nerve that goes through them, the sciatic nerve. So if there's any restrictions there, we might, and because we haven't been stretching it, the nerves are not gonna be too happy. So we have to really working on mobilization of the nerve so you won't have any of those symptoms of numbness and tingling because that nerve might get entrapped by the hamstring. So those are the big 7 goals that we really have to work on, while keeping in mind we're going to be adding different little exercises. So we're going to go over some of the key exercises that we like in this middle stage rehab. All right, guys, this is one of my favorite eccentric exercises for the hamstring. Here it's called the crossover T push-up. So here, as you can see, Gabe, he's actually starting off in the push-up position, then going to an eccentric motion. So here, his left leg's gonna come across his body, his right leg's gonna go into a little squat. He's gonna be activating his right hamstring, and then he pushes up. So he slowly controls his body as he's going facing the camera, going down, activating that hamstring slowly, and then extending it. So this is really good in eccentric motion. This next one is the bridge walkout. Here, Gabe lifts up on his bridge and he's slowly gonna go as far out as he can, trying to keep his knees straight at the very bottom,
and then bring it back to him. So it's really working the eccentric motion. His toes are up, he's slowly taking one step at a time, keeping his butt off the ground as far as he can with his knees straight, then he resorts to the starting position. Great eccentric exercise, and really make sure you go as far out as you can so you could really get the hamstring working. Alright guys, our last exercise is the side plank with rotation. You're going to start off in a side plank position, make sure your hips aligned, and then from there, you're going to, with your left arm, reach across your body and then bring it back. So you're adding that rotation from the thoracic spine, which is going to increase the demand on your glutes and your core muscles. Really great exercise to really make sure your spine is neutral, getting that core and glute involvement, which is huge in hamstring rehab.
Alright guys, so those are the key exercises in the middle stage rehab. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment below, and if you have further questions, you can send us an email, or if you need help with your rehab, send us an email so we can help you out. So if you liked our video, please like, share, and subscribe, and please share it with all your friends and family that might benefit from this. If you didn't like this video, please hit the dislike button and tell us how we can improve our video. Thank you guys for watching, and let's help improve your basketball experience for life.